Burnaby's Corner. I have logged into watcherofrealms and I've been doing this zombie invasion for a minute here. I was gonna wait until after I finished it to start the stream this time, but you know what? It's going on a little while, so I've decided that I'm gonna go ahead and just do it now, right? So, um, been going with the dark and light idea this time. We've got a little more, significantly more light themes than the dark currently. But if you look on here, you'll see that actually dark is doing the most damage. Now we have a thing going where the light and dark damage are kind of helping each other along. And I also have some potions. Basically, if I get one of these fancy potions, then that increases my light damage, among other wonderful benefits. So, that's been helpful. And I'm just piling up on the potions. And I have, that's what I put as my tools going into this, is all just stuff to make the potions better, cheaper, better, etc. Now the question is, do I take this or do I refresh? And let's do a refresh. I'm out of refreshes now, but might be worth it. Now, the question is, which one do I want out of these? I think I'm gonna go with the Nether Calamity 3 to get that extra string of sticks with each cast, which is doing my primary damage. And also it increases damage plus 40%. The Blazing Bolt choice would also have increased damage by 40%, but I think more Spring of Sticks is a good thing. I've always thought from the first time I tried the Spring of Sticks that they were very good, and I typically find that to be true. And once you have as many as we have now, it really does seem to be quite true. Now this is unfortunate. Our rewards that we have on offer are attack plus 10, ice damage plus 20%, which we don't have any ice damage, or luck plus 5. With those, I'm just going to have to go with the luck. It's not great. It just means you're more likely to get things presented to you that are higher quality, like these. I don't love it, but I like it. Alright, we can increase our lightning damage across the board by 70% with the one on the far left. Or we can expand the Spring of Sticks range and increase the damage and overall by 40. And I feel like that's the way I want to go with this. Feels like the better option. Let's do it. Hopefully it'll work sufficiently quickly. So we're gonna grab that Light Mastery AoE damage plus 30, and another of these 10% chance to inflict Dark Burn when dealing damage. And then I'm gonna get that ice damage plus 20, even though I don't need it, just so I can get to this screen here. Then we can get the dark damage plus 30, attack speed plus 30, and I can either get the AoE damage plus 30 or another 10% chance to inflict burning for 5 seconds when dealing damage. My AoE damage is pretty good. Burning is pretty nice. 10% chance. It's a tough call. I'm going to go with the AoE damage and hope it's sufficient. So, Spring of Sticks is now doing it was already doing most of my damage. Now it's doing 78% of my damage in just a few seconds after making those decisions. It was already going up significantly, so. Alright, we got another chance to get some stuff. Let's get some light damage. And I think we're going to go with the 10 rage per second and the dark burn when dealing damage. pile up some more coins in between, I would say rounds. Rounds isn't exactly what I mean. Unfortunately, we're getting overwhelmed. Just not getting as much as I need. Could increase my dark damage by 50%, which looks like not a bad plan. Or overall damage by 20% with also increasing the tornado effect. Tornado is the lowest thing over here, so it's not as important, except that it does have that when tornado disappears, it deals 60% AoE dark damage once, which is very, very nice. So it's actually a very tough call. And the thing is, do I want to increase the tornado duration? Probably not, because I want those tornadoes to disappear so that they blow up. So let's instead increase the dark damage by 50%. More tornadoes, the higher the attack speed. That's cool. Tornadoes have a chance to strike twice or summons one extra tornado with each summon. Well, let's go with more tornadoes so they can disappear and do more of that AoE dark damage, hopefully. But again, we're going to run out soon of health on that fence right there. What I really need is there's this one that actually increases your health of your fence. I think it's from killing things. I don't really remember for sure what it is. But it would certainly be nice right about now because I need to recover. And you just can't do enough damage to these guys fast enough. And that is not helpful. Neither of these things is phenomenal, I suppose, and by neither I mean none of them. The fire is useless. The luck is probably not going to come in too much handy because, well, let's increase their movement speed because I gotta try to kill them as quickly as possible one way or another. I don't know. Maybe that was the wrong choice. I'm really not sure. It's not great. There are a lot of good options here, actually. I think I'm going to go with increasing the dark damage overall. It's not going to matter much longer. We're already almost out of this one. On wave 50, though, it's not too bad. We can get all of these, and that'll take us to the next page. Then we can get dark damage, light mastery, all of these. And try to do what we can here. We got a Phoenix and the Winter's Bite. And then a 10% chance to inflict dark burn when dealing damage. That's what we're going to go with and hope that helps. Better help fast. We can execute the ones whose health is below 15 when we hit. And then we got this Awaken, deals 180% light damage to all enemies one time and executes low HP enemies. Cooldown 30 seconds to confirm that. And even though that helped, it's insufficient. So, all of those potions in the world just could not fix the problem. So, just didn't have what it took there. All right. So, awesomely, Spring of Sticks did 82% of the damage. That's insane. And I feel like I know that I had a lot more in the light than I did in the dark, but as far as points go, but still, Spring of Sticks is just, it can be very, very good. But anyway, we made it to wave 51. That's good enough for government work. So we get, we challenged one time daily during the event. So we get these 10 auto fight chances, followed by challenging 3 times during the event, getting us 1 huge stamina potion, which we definitely could use some of. Eliminating 96 waves of monsters during the event got us 10 gleaming meteorites. So, not too shabby. Still have some ways to go, but not bad. Take it. Alrighty, let's hop out of here because my background fights have finished. And so we have 76,000 coins, 18,140 XP potions, a good number of gear pieces, both mythic and legendary, and 215 brave conquest points. So that's pretty decent right there. We're gonna enhance these guys. Bulk enhancement up to level 4. And so after that, let's go over here to the storage. Actually, yeah, I'll do this now. All right, so we go to 0 to 3. There's nothing there. Go to 4 to 7, and then we'll select unequipped. And we will go to bulk sell. And I'm going to sell some of the stuff that's less impressive. And then the stuff that's more impressive is going to be enhanced. So, interestingly enough, it's only a couple of pieces of legendary gear that I'm keeping. The reason that I'm doing the enhancing up to level 4, one of the reasons before I do this, is that we have Tales of the Smith going still. And I want to get the remaining thing that I need there for that. Let's enhance these two. And then we go look at them. So now we'll go up to 8 to 11. Same kind of situation. Go to bulk sell. And I don't want to sell that. And I don't want to sell that actually. Believe it or not, both pieces I want to keep. Bulk organize, bulk enhance. We're going to click all the bulk enhance up to level 12. Very expensive to do that. And they're both pretty neat. Not phenomenal, but I like them well enough. It was worth my while, I feel, to do that. Now let's come over here and see how far off we are. Oh, we're so far away from being able to get that 12,500. We finished almost all of this, and starting with, I think I was just over 1 million gold to start with when I began my push to get through this Tales of the Smith. And the fact that we're now around the same amount of gold, and yet we've gotten all of that done is fairly awesome, if you ask me. Let's go ahead and get this 900 coins, 900 XP potions, and 3 stamina from this girl over here, whose name I don't remember. Oh look, we have something to claim here. It's an achievement collection. Own 10 epic purple demon soldiers. Cool. I haven't done anything with the demon soldiers yet. We got 200 gold coins and 10 achievement points for that. Neat. Sometime I will look into that. Possibly not right now, but sometime I will. For now, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and do some more of this. I think they were grade 1s. Because I could use some better weapons on some of my guys. And weapons and breastplates are the big thing that I would like at the moment. And this is going to be the way to get them. So let's come here, and I think I'll see if I can do 10 of these background fights. And we need 195 stamina. We can use one of these and get there like that. Start those. And that's going to be dual purpose because it's going to get us some weapons and breastplates. And it's also going to simultaneously be getting us gear to enhance, which is, it's the same gear, but we're going to enhance it for the Tales of the Smith. And so, all things good. Now see, I would be doing this gear raid 3, except that I've already maxed out this time, or this meter right here. So I've gotten all of the rewards from the individual possibilities. And I'm just not interested in trying to compete with the numbers that I see ahead of me. They've done twice as many as I have. Well, the Hyman has done almost twice as many as I have. And I've put in quite a few. And it's just not really worth it to me to continue in that when I feel like I have decent pieces in those slots. So at this point, I want to just focus on some things that I need. And right now that means that means these breastplate and weapon slots. So now I also have over here a gold bonus running and an XP bonus running, and I got those from the store over here. I got the gold bonus from this shop here, which is the guild shop, for 400 of those tokens, and then I got the XP bonus from over here in the arena shop, which you can do once a week. Pretty cheap little XP bonus last a day, and I knew I was going to be running some of these, so I figured, hey, if I'm going to be running a bunch of stuff in the background, I may as well get double XP and double gold from, even though I'm not running gold or XP specifically. I felt like it was a good idea to go ahead and do. Now, there's also an event going, it's, let's see, the Corridor of Glory, and it's for promoting, starring up, leveling up, or upgrading those skills, and you get these different prizes along the way. I would like to do that, but I, again, don't really have resources to do a lot of that, even though I'm doing these background raids. I still don't really have the resources to do that. I have managed to unlock this one, Xena, to be able to upgrade past 50. And I promoted her as well. So now she's a 6-star, fully promoted, just needs to be leveled up to 60, and then she'll be good to go. So I thought that would be one thing I could do to sort of improve, at least, if nothing else, the dragon fight. I don't know. Let's click max level. So we got 3 levels off of that build up of XP from doing the raids and all that stuff. So hopefully she is worth it. We'll see. I mean, she's done well. I feel like she can do a lot better once she's leveled up more, but we'll find out soon enough. Now, let's go over to this faction trial, because I want to see what we can do at this point. I think I've tried stage 6 unsuccessfully before, and I went ahead and leveled up those guys to level 10. I don't know if that'll make any difference, but I figured, hey, we'll get the bonus for that event, and also, you know, maybe it'll be enough to make them at least do a little bit of damage in this faction trial. Level 10 is a tiny level, but hey, you know what? Better than the level 1 that they previously were, so I'll take it. This one, I think I maybe have this one on the mediocre list. Maybe not. No, actually, it looks like she didn't even make the mediocre list, so she wasn't even, in my opinion, good enough for that, I suppose, whenever I looked her over. That's too bad. I did go ahead and level her up to level 10. Maybe that was not the best idea to even waste that many in her. I don't know. I think that Grunor is in a similar circumstance. I do like his range, though. He has a nice range. So, too bad. Oh well. Let's go forward. Let's see. Who did I actually keep in? Okay, I kept him, Azor, and this girl here. Who's this? Solil. I think. Let's see. I really wanted to say that Solil was on my list of mediocres, but apparently not. I don't see that name on here, so it's not on my good list, not even on my mediocre list. That's a shame. And I said Azor, but this is Azoth, so I got that name wrong. And I don't have him on my mediocre list either, so these are just, in my opinion, not very good heroes that I've got going right now. As far as the ones that I brought up to level 10 here. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and try it anyway. Deploy 3 mages, clear the stage with soul core intact. That's the necessities, which is interesting. I don't really have very many mages going around. but we've got some. Just have to be good enough. And I think I'll go ahead and stick Maureen here. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was the best place to put her. Clearly, it's not phenomenal, but we'll try it. That's Nocturne, and he can do a little bit of damage. I was, hopeful for something a little bit better, but that's all right. It's not looking phenomenal so far, and that's not what I want to do for sure. Maybe no good at all. Who knows? All right, I suppose I will put Autumn up here. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we'll see. Kind of try to get these guys a little bit better on their DPS at least, and then I should have put this guy. Okay, you know what? Maybe I can put him right here and have an okay spread on that. I don't know. Don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but it's what we're going with at the moment for sure. We only have one more deployable. Now the trouble is, I don't think that I've deployed 3 mages yet. So it's kind of an issue. Let's see what we have. That's not a mage. There's one. One mage that's I think is Nocturne a mage? I feel like Nocturne might be a mage. This is an issue. I don't actually know which ones for mages, but my thought is I can perhaps throw a mage out at the end in a moment, or as it approaches, I suppose, the end. I can take somebody up. In fact, I can pull Xena up right now. I didn't realize that we killed the guy already. So we'll pick Xena up, and all we actually have to do is deploy the mage. We don't have to do anything with the mage. But to meet the qualifications of getting all 3 stars, we have to put the mage down. So we've done that. Maybe that is sufficient. All right, let's see here. We've got a number of things we could do, but I kind of want to wait until they get a little bit more in before I do. Except for her, because she can hit them all right now. Now, if I can just go ahead and blow all this stuff up, I think that ought to be sufficient. Now, it would have been really cool if I'd hit Autumn first, but, it's just not the way that went. Alright, so we got a victory on that. Deployed the 3 mages, got all the stuff, and let's see here. I wonder, let's see, stats. Looks like the S guy, the new guy, the robot, Cetric or something, did second most damage after Xena, who was over beating on that boss the entire time. So we got her or him following her, then Nocturne after that. After that, it dropped down significantly, and part of that is because these were lower in line and they weren't hitting the guys because the guys were already dead. So we can't put much stock in that. But Nocturne and Cetrock, or whatever his name is, were both near the top. I don't know. One of them's probably higher level than the other. I think that the robot is higher level than Nocturne, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Now we got 17 Might Insignia 2s for that and 120 XP potions. Now let's go over to the Pantheon and see if any of that makes any sense to use. Okay, we don't have enough here, but we only need 3 more. Can only make 2 more. That's a shame. Alright, well, how about this? Can we make 4 more of these? We can make 4 more of these. Alright. Is that what I need? Spirit Insignia 2s? Might Insignia 2s is what we need for that. For this? Yes. Spirit Insignia 2s is correct. Should have checked that first, but hey. Alright, we'll assemble those. And then we can upgrade to the next level of that. And that gave us a little bit more at HP bonus, which is nice. We could get some attack bonus if we could get god-awful amount of those. Don't think we can make it. Not even close. We can get 1 of those. Here we could get some rage regen. And this stuff applies everywhere. Oh, that's crazy. Hold on. How many of these do we actually need? We need 52 of these. And I can make 52 of them without any trouble, except that it costs 65,000 gold. And I may want to wait on that because I'm trying to do some tales of the smith over there, so perhaps I don't want to do that right yet. Alright, now, stage 7, I don't know that I'll be able to handle stage 7. Probably not. I could try, but it doesn't strike me as particularly likely. I think I will not focus my attention on that right now, because it's already after midnight, and you know what? It's probably a good idea to get some of the stuff done that I can do. So let's just auto fight this. No, wait, hold on. I think I already have something going, and it has ended. So let's go back to this and do a bulk enhancement. We got 76,000 coins. Hold on, before we do that, let's. No, we can't do that yet. Okay, all right. Select all of them, and let's bulk enhance these guys up to level 4. Alright, then we go back. We got 76,000 coins, 18,140 XP potions, a good bit of gear, a 210 Brave Conquest points, and then 10 of these Demon Soldier Shard small arachnids. So that's cool. Alright, we'll take it. And then I see we have some quest updates here. Clear faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time gives us 10,000 gold and 2 golden cogs. And claiming the tide slot on slot rewards 1 time. Let's do that real quick. And get some cogs for that as well. Because we have a chance of getting some stamina, which would be nice. Alright, so from the Tide Onslaught, we got 18 Legendary Skill Dust, 244 Talent Points, 34 Epic Skill Dust, 1 Demon Soldier Shard Garnet Guard, 11,000 Gold, 60 Stamina, 82 Rare Skill Dust, 1 Demon Soldier Shard Fallen Reaper, and, well, 2 of those actually, and 2 Demon Soldier Shard Scalekin Mage. We're going to be kitted out by the time we actually do any of that demon stuff. Alright, let's check on, I think, Bullroot over here and see what we've got. We've got auto fight chances ×5. Let's get those for 25,000. Alright, definitely going to come into play. We have some more quests done. That's claiming the Tide Onslaught reward that we knew we would get these 2 golden cogs and 1 stamina potion sample for. And then, before I forget, let's go to storage and start checking on stuff. Make sure there's no 0 to 3 that somehow got in there. Let's go to 4 to 7 and look at our unequipped items. And then go to bulk sell. And we start going through this. And we're going to sell everything that's not amazing, right? Or, I mean, I say that, we're not selling everything that's not amazing. We're just selling some of the stuff that's not amazing, most of it. Alright, and then I'm going to enhance the rest of this stuff. And we're going to go up to level 8, and then we're going to look at level 8 and see what it looks like. So we move this up to 8 to 11, and then see how we feel about these upgraded things. And we feel like we're going to sell them all. That's what we feel like. So I don't like any of it. Bulk sell, all sell, because we need to keep the gold incoming so that we can continue this Tales of Smith attempt. Need a lot more. This is unfortunate. It's not going particularly well. But let's try it again. Over here, Gear Raid 1. Try to get some weapons and breastplates that I like better. And let's go, before I do this actually, over to the events and see about this lucky roulette, because we have 4 cogs to use to spin and find out what we get. So we did get 30 stamina, which I'm for. Any of these items would be appreciated. So we got 5 diamonds, 3 auto fight chances, and then we're on the last spin here. And we got 3 more auto fight chances. Well, hey, that all seems perfectly fine. We also have this chest over here to click, giving us 100,000 gold and 1 rare summoning crystal. Also very nice. I like all of that. No complaints whatsoever from me. Alright, may as well check this gold pile here. We've got 700 gold, 450 XP, potions, and 4 stamina from the mine. Now we come back out and try to remember what we're doing. What we're doing currently is, I'm coming over here and wondering why there was a gift on this, like a little, like I need to claim something in the raids window. I don't see anything. I'm not sure. I see the Immortal Codex has a dot on it. Let's click the Immortal Codex. Oh, right, there's also a shop here. Cody was telling me to check this out. Let's look in the shop. Oh, cool. Alright, so there's, nice stuff here. There are ancient summoning crystals. There's those recasting hammers, some diamonds. There's a 4- or 5-star psychic power. Gold, double gold thing, 200 stamina, 10,000 gold, and you can just spend coins and get all this stuff. How cool. Get the coins from doing these challenges, and the better you do, the more you get. I've done poorly, but I got through them, except for the Furious Torrent. I haven't done that yet, but we've still got a little time, so it's not imperative to get it done right now. As for the little reward thing that I'm supposed to have, I don't know where it is. I don't see it anywhere on these windows, so I'm gonna just not worry about it at the moment, I think. Alright, let's see. In that case, I think we're in a good spot to go back to the raids and go to Gear Raid 1, and we'll just go back to 16, auto fight max, which is 4 times, and minimize that and then go back out here and try struggle, to remember what I was doing. I'm sure it was very important. Everything I do is very important. Let's see. Nothing really coming to mind, but that little raid reward gift box is no longer there. So feel like that implies it wasn't particularly important. Okay. Then I haven't done the dragon yet for the daily quest. Other than that, I suppose this is probably the next, and by next I mean one of the more time-sensitive things that I need to get done. And I think I'm just going to not worry about doing stage 7. We'll just auto fight over here. Well, okay, you know what? Let's try stage 7. I don't know that I will succeed. In fact, I'm pretty sure I won't. But I guess I should look at it and make sure it's the same kind of stage as the one we've been doing. Looks like it is. Now, one thing is, if I can pull Xena back a little bit faster, then I can get her over as a blocker over on the other side. Because one of the issues that I have with this map or with this faction trial, is that I only have one melee in this class. So I can't put down a blocker to keep them from coming in and also have Xena over there. Now, I could put somebody else over there beating on her, but the problem is that I don't have anybody else that I feel like would be able to DPS her down quite so fast. I feel like that's important. Their suggested BP is 200,704. We have 251,441. So we're ahead in BP. The trouble is not having any kind of a blocker to make those guys be still. As I said, there are some other options as far as playing it. Clear the stage with no hero killed is the main thing here. Well, it's a little difficult for me to get too far along in that because I don't have really any players to get killed because they're all up on these platforms except for Xena. So that makes it, a little more difficult. Now, one thing I do see right away is that they've decreased the number of platforms, and I shouldn't have put her there. Next important note. That's okay. We shall not worry about it. I'm going to try to go ahead and get him out right away. I don't know if that was a good idea, but it's what I'm doing, so. He has a very long range, is what my thought was. I'm missing out on some important beating down of these guys. Oh, there's another portal down there now, too. That's just terrible. This is going to be a bust, I believe. You have no way to block off the portal, except for Xena. And of course, she's up there fighting at the moment. There's no way to DPS them down fast enough. Alright, let's restart. What it means is that I have to put Xena at the bottom, which is a real problem. I can try putting him here. I have no idea if that will do any good at all. Actually, it's quite terrible because it wastes most of his ability to put him right there. It's quite a terrible plan. I shouldn't have done it, as a matter of fact. But let's see. We'll just see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a pleasant surprise somehow. But my thought is, if I stick Xena here and I just concentrate all of my real DPS in this area, then it won't really matter as long, in fact, really I should have put him over here. No, that wouldn't have worked. Might have worked. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it would have worked. It's not going to work there, clearly, either. Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible plan overall. And, executing it in a terrible manner. And I forgot about the bottom portal. Terrible. Altogether horrible plan. Let's try again. Okay. Gonna do better this time. Alright, let's just have a look. Where could he hit from and still hit her? Okay, that would be the only spot that I could do that from. Alright. So, what if I put an eye up here hitting her? Then we don't worry about that top bit at all. We're gonna put Xena at the bottom with some guys down there to help, and we'll put Citrum there facing her, and he'll hit them on their way by, and then he'll help with the boss. We can get, okay, we're gonna get Xena there, so let's put Maureen here, I think. And then could put Xena here or here. Maybe here is best. Try right there. Maybe not quite yet. Let's wait till the last second on that, I think. Maybe this last second passed before I intended for it to. Get that going. Get him facing this way, I think. That was kind of a waste. I should have put him a little more to the left there, but that's alright. Fortunately, the guys who are damaging the boss are not very helpful. He could hit from here. Bruno, my level 10 guy. I mean, I guess. Would that be worthwhile? I'm not really sure. I don't know. That seems like maybe not a good idea. Maybe instead I put Dao Chen over here to try to get some DPS going over there. I don't know. This is not great or grand in any way. I wonder if I'm supposed to deploy 3 mages in this one. I didn't pay attention. Probably am. But I figured it doesn't really matter since I'm going to fail this anyway. Okay, let's put her here and increase their, basically it's the crit damage to everybody in range whenever she does the ultimate. Now I have one more deployable. I may as well stick him out to, you know what? I don't think I needed to do mages this time because I think that it was that I can't get anybody killed was what the key thing there was. And I don't know that that's necessarily going to be an issue. I don't know, it might. We're gonna have to switch Dao Chen into healer mode to be able to keep Xena alive through this. So I don't know. It's not looking great, but it's no worse than I expected yet. Unfortunately, whenever that one casts her grave color thing, it's gonna be bad. Um, the good news is that it's already bad, so why wait? This is not working the slightest. Now, some portion of that is probably poor placement on my part, but man, there's just nothing to do about this. This is this is miserable. Uh, no good whatsoever. I would use these guys, except they're level 10. So without leveling anybody up or promoting and all that business, well, you know what? Actually, it occurs to me of a sudden that that is a possibility. I could promote some of these guys, and that would actually improve them significantly. All right, so we got 30,400 coins, 7,256 XP potions, a few pieces of gear, and 75 Grave Conquest points. Let's bulk enhance these things up to level 4. And then we'll go on over to the storage area over here, and I will make sure we didn't miss anything, because sometimes I surprise myself with that. Do this, go to unequipped, and go to bulk sell, and then we'll see what I want to sell and what I want to keep for the next round. Alright, we want to sell almost everything as usual, and then we can go back and we can go to bulk organize, select this, and bulk enhancement up to level 8, and see how it goes. It went very well, so we're going to enhance it again. It's over here, so let's enhance that up to level 12. What does it look like? It looks very good. Keep that. And then, is it this one? It is this one. Let's go ahead and enhance it up to 16, and what I can do is I can use this Arcanum Crystal, and that'll be, keep us from paying quite so much to enhance it. Clicked the button. It didn't do the thing. Shall I try it again? Don't know. Nothing doing. Let's try again. Okay. Alright, it went that time. Excellent. Alright, so that ended up being the piece. Alright. I mean, it could be better, could be worse. I like it. I like it alright. Okay. Now, let's get out of there. And then, I think... Where are we on this? Very low. It's where we are. We need a bunch more in short order. So, okay. Go back to the gear rate. And let's see. I mean, I don't know how many we need to do. But we've got... do this. Maybe so. Let's do start, and we'll use a couple of these. And then we still need 18 more stamina, so we'll use a couple of these. And then we'll start there, minimize this, and see where that gets us. The Duel of Champions doesn't end today, and this Brave Conquest doesn't end today. But the Corridor of Glory and the Tales of the Smith both do end today. So, I feel like those are priority, right? I can go try promoting some people. Let's see what the promotion gives. When you promote somebody up, I don't think it's going to give me enough to matter to do that very much. But I can still go give it a go and promote some of these folks. I have most of the ones promoted that I'm very concerned about, but you know what? Let's just go through and see what I need in that regard. Unfortunately, I don't really have any way to start anybody up. I don't have the resources necessary to level up some low guys and eat them. I've already done as much of that as I could, and I just don't have what it takes to do that. I could get enough to promote him up, apparently. But right now, I'm just going to look for people who I already have. I guess, okay. Yeah, because I can't even, I could do an auto fight, or not an auto fight, can't do any auto fights because I already have some auto fights going on right now. But I could do just a regular fight with this and work on it that way, but, I think I'd rather not. I think I'd rather just go and find people that I already have the materials for right now, if that's possible, even if there's someone that I'm not really using, because these low-level kinds of materials are not difficult to come by. So see, I have a lot of this, and it's okay with me if I promote her or anybody with these promotion insignias, because they're just so easy to come by at this point. Now that I've got the Extreme 2 unlocked, I can just go get them. This is cool because it unlocked this. Prevents incoming fatal damage one time for one ally within the basic attack range and immediately grants this ally a shield equal to 20% of the max health for 10 seconds. The effect can only be triggered one time every 60 seconds, and I feel like that'll come in handy, so seems fine. Go ahead and promote her again. Expands her range, that's cool, and then of course the attributes go up, and promote her again, and then it bumped her attributes up some more. Now we have something we don't have any of, but here we go with this one. I suppose I should go and find this guy who we can actually use for that fight that we were just doing. See if we can get him promoted up a little bit for what it's worth. Unlocked the monolithic bullet, deals 140% damage every 12 seconds. Deals 3% more damage for every one tile farther away from the target. Cool. So, more damage for further away. That works with what I was doing with him. Not that the level 10 is going to do that much, unfortunately. Well, that expands his range to be the same as what his ultimate's range is, which is really cool. Excellent. And then we can promote him again, and it just promotes his attributes, levels up his attributes. So that's all fine and well. What else? Do I have any of the rest of these guys that I want to do anything with? I'm sure that I do, but which ones are they, I wonder? So we have this one, but we're not using her. So I don't know that that's particularly useful. Apparently I'm shorting by BP right now. I didn't actually realize it. I feel like I've just passed everybody already. Probably. But why I'm sorting by BP currently is the real question here. I think what I need is it this? I think it's no, not this. Which faction is it? This? Nope. Nope. Try again. Is it Infernal? Yes, it's Infernal. Alright. So what do I have in the Infernal faction? Got these guys here. And so, not much to do about most of these. Okay, I can promote him a little bit. And unlock Deadly Pleasure. When a hero lands a crit hit with basic attack, there's a 25% chance to deal extra damage equal to 70% of attack. Seems fair. Promote him again. And we get some basic attributes going up. That's alright. We can promote him one more time. And his attributes went up yet again. Cool. We have enough to promote her and unlock this Incinerate spell. Attack interval increases by 30%, while basic attack is permanently converted into 2 fireballs in quick succession, each dealing 80% damage. That seems like a worthwhile promotion. Don't have any of the purples left, but we do have some blues, so I could promote her in spite of the fact that I haven't been using her. I mean, sure, why not? May as well. We have a lot of those blue insignias in. Alright, we unlock the Elegy of the Fire. When deployed, increases attack by 10%, crit rate by 15%, and crit damage by 20% for 20 seconds. Okay, so she's just a temporary deployment too. Just like Xena is. Only not as good. So let's just have a look at these guys and see if there's anything that can be done that I want to do for them. Apparently I don't have any gear on Maureen, so that seems like an easy fix there. Not really interested in getting the this one up because I again haven't really been using it. I guess no. You know what's interesting though is that I just geared her up probably in really good stuff. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, that's alright for the moment. I can always go and unequip everyone later and re-equip stuff. Alright. For now, that actually may make a difference. It may make somewhat of a difference, at least, in that challenge. Let's go look on the Corridor of Glory and see if that brought us any closer. It was negligible. I'm unsurprised. But, you know, hope springs eternal, right? Alright, let's see here. We've got this dragon, faction dragon over here. I did the auto fight. Maybe, no, I didn't do the auto fight on this. Okay, let's go back to this then. Stage 7. Try fighting this again. And I can put... Alright, Anai and Bruner, or whatever his name is. His name is not Bruner, his name is... not this guy. That's Bruner. This is Cetrum. Okay. So, I wonder if I have EXP. And techno upgrade. That's great. All right. So, one more level. I can put him in a position now where he will be able to hit her the whole time. May make the difference needed. Don't know. Let's try it, and we'll try a similar setup where I'm just going to put, I think I'm actually going to put him first. I think he'll do a good amount of damage because she's so far away. She's at the maximum uh, distance that she can be at and still hit there. So let's see if Maureen can do any more damage now that she has some gear on. That'd be cool. Although I shouldn't have put her there. Already making mistakes, you know? That's okay. It's not great. Overall, bad stuff here. And I also failed to get Nye out up here like I intended to. So that's unfortunate as well. And I wasted Nocturne's thing. I'll tell you what, doing great over here. Now, do I want to put her here? Perhaps. I better not. I better put her over here because I need. Well, actually, I'm not sure which of them does the greater DPS, so maybe I put her here. I should have checked last time to see who was doing better, Anai or Setral. I don't think it's really going to matter. The amount of increase has not been significant enough to make much difference, I don't think. The boss over there is just not caring in the slightest. Yeah, and it looks like Xena's about to go down, so yeah, it is as expected. Um, the other option is to try putting Xena over there again and tanking the boss, but I don't think that she can kill it fast enough. Let's go ahead and restart and give it a shot. But the problem is, if I don't pick her up right away, then there won't be anybody to block at the bottom. Without putting her there, I can then put some guys along here to try to DPS everything down before it gets to the portal here. Hey, Lekrisk, how you doing? I don't think that it's going to do much good, honestly. But I can make the attempt and put him here, and perhaps that'll be helpful. Not really, not really feeling super confident about it. In fact, I'm kind of feeling like it's highly unlikely for it to matter very much. But I will try. And let's see what happens. Not looking particularly wonderful, gotta tell you. There's just nothing to do about this. This is just terrible. They can't even, I mean, they can't even hurt him, really. It's, it's rough. It seems like you've just got to have, you know, somebody who can really DPS the boss, who isn't your only tank. Um, you need a tank. You need some sort of a melee down at the bottom, and unfortunately, I don't have that in this faction. So, um, that's impressive right there. Lycrosk says, "Howdy, rolling again. Where Cody at? He's probably sleeping. It's the middle of the night. What am I doing, right?" Lycrosk says, "Ads. Yes, yes, indeed." All right. So, 97% of the damage was done by Cena. Um, Followed by Sekrat or whatever his name is, then Nocturne, then Maureen. It's a bad thing all the way around. All right. Well, it was exciting. Let's click complete on it and come back over here. See how things are going. 16 of 20 of those rounds, and let's see. Oh, of course, we don't know exactly where we'll be on that. Getting kind of close to that 2 rare summoning crystals in the Brave Conquest. Not sad about that. I have to do the Immortal Codex at some point. I don't think that'll be tonight. And gotta try to get that 12,500 if possible. For that. Now, if I go to my storage and I don't unequip things, right now that's what's in being gotten right now from the raid. Even so, like if I just looked at the things I already have equipped that are level 4 or higher and still need to be upgraded, there are a great number of them. I can't tell you how many because I would have to count how many in each row and then how many rows. Because I don't know any way to do it otherwise. It doesn't seem to filter like at the where it shows the number 326 out of 2300 up there. That doesn't change even if I click here, right? We just added some more things, but that number doesn't change. So that's the total amount of gear that you have, 326 in this case. And that's, all together. We could do better by subtracting what is already maxed out from that and what is not yet added. So if we want to do that, we've got 8 times 3 is 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, right? 29 plus 16 would be 45, right? So 46 pieces. 46 pieces would mean we have 280 things that are in the in-betweens. So they're between level 4 and 15. So, or around 300, if we count those into it. So I could level up the things that I already have on people and things like that. But I don't necessarily like what I have on them, so I would rather not, because I don't have enough coins to actually be able to level them all up. So so it wouldn't work. It would be nice, but it wouldn't work. I can start on this. Yeah, I suppose. Go and select somebody here. We got, I guess 54,000 guy here, Eric Iris. And we can fight him real fast. Don't know that there's anything that I want to change here. So I guess I could just put Hydro out. And then add arrogance in a moment. I don't even have to wait, probably. I could just put Dao Chan here and then switch over to DPS. And I doubt that they have so much lower BP. I don't think that there's any way they can really come back for it. It's not a good match. It's a good try, though. Right, that was Eric Iris with 54,000. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 hero XP potions for that. And welcome back, Black Risk. I don't know if I told you that or not. Yeah, no. We've got a name here. It looks like, I don't know. Maybe it's Arabic. I'm not sure. But it's not readable, but I'll tell you that. Alright, and again, we're so much higher BP, and I didn't check the monster's BP. Maybe they're gonna fool me, but it doesn't look like it. You should always check the monster BP if you're going to make good decisions about such things. But good decisions are not the direction I'm headed at the moment. Let's go ahead and get her in and get that DPS boosted up a little bit. Make this all go a little more quickly. And then we can double time it as well. I've forgotten you could do that in the arena, but you certainly can. They're gonna make it through round 1. Good job. Now the question is, do I want to put her out? I think I do. I just want to put her out and try to get these guys like that. Laurel, when the skill is activated, restores 4% rage for 2 random allies within range every 2 seconds, lasting 12 seconds, which is cool. When there's only 2 other people there, then obviously she she does it to those two people, which is cool. She does some other cool stuff too, some other above type stuff. Um, Mike risks this arena be difficult. Got raid going in the back while I watch. Cool, cool. Let's see. I don't know if I've finished my raids yet or not. I didn't see any message pop up. Now let's see. The monster BP is 114,993. Probably could still do the same kind of thing again. What it means is they've got an ace in the hole right there, and I see it. I don't know what it is, but I see it. So we'll know very quickly if this is going to work, and it is. So no big deal. We'll just stick Dao Chan out, and she will happily improve the DPS over here with her wonderful Sonata. Alright, let's go ahead and double time this. And then slow it down so that I can make sure to get Laurel out properly. Speed it back up. Alright, that was a victory over Robtier. Maybe. Who knows? Robtier? Who knows? And it says he had 94,749, so again, it was an unfair fight. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 10 diamonds for that. Like Risk says, doing arena for challenges. Yes, yes. I've got the Oracle thing going, and then also I've got the storyline quest to do 5 arena fights. So it is what it is. Now at this point, if we look at this, the stage monster BP is 142,087. I don't think that I can necessarily take those out with Edril before they get going. I'm not sure. I might can. I haven't experimented with that area, so it may be a better move for me to wait for arrogance on this one and put him off. So let's just go ahead and do that. It's the safer option. Whether it's the best option or not, I don't know, but it's certainly the safer option. Let's go ahead and stick him here. Is this a good idea? It may be a worse idea. I don't know. It was a fine idea, turns out. Alright, so we were pretty equal on that fight. I don't think we're going to be so equal on the next one way or another. It doesn't seem likely. I'm going to stick Edril out next, right there. And see how it goes. He's matching us pretty well, really. Just slightly behind. And considering that he has significantly less BP, I think, good job, guy. Good job, player 136277709. No, I don't want to do that. Rather wait until they get past arrogance, and then fit the whoever makes it past. Good job. Ah, still have one left. Now we have only mall left to put out. Let's double time this. And I suppose Arkin, you know what? No, I'll put him up here. Even though he's a little distant from everything, I think it's a better placement. Not that it's relevant currently, but nonetheless. Save that as the offense for now, I suppose. Alright. That puts us at 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 XP potions for that. Curiosity makes me check the stats. Arrogance, he did the most. But Eagle did pretty well over there with 904,810. Bad. Right. So we go back, and I think that's all of them that I needed for the storyline. Congratulations on defeating all opponents. Here's your reward, and you get 1 arena permit. Nice. Got it. Out of there, we got Duel of Champions, a couple of things. So we have 30 diamonds and 2 small stamina potions and 40,000 gold for that. Not a bad haul, all things considered. We also... Actually, I'm going to go back to the storyline before I check on that, those background fights. Alright, so we got 20 diamonds for this. Obtain 30 arena coins, not from rank rewards, in the arena. Well, that's fun. Okay. X out of this, and check over here. We've got 152,000 coins, 36,280 XP potions, a variety of gear, 415 Brave Conquest points, and 10 Demon Soldier shards for the smaller arachnids. That seems good. Let's bulk enhance this stuff up to level 4, like so. And then we'll hop on over to the storage and go to stuff that's not been dealt with yet. And of course we don't have any, which is as we hoped it would be, but not necessarily always the case. Somehow, I don't know how, but it is true. Then we're going to go to bulk sell, and I'm going to just quickly see what I want to throw out. Guys, select. You want the unequipped stuff for future goes of this. And let's throw stuff in the trash. Lots of it. Not that. Alright, we'll sell all that stuff. Get a return on our investment there. And then the rest of this stuff, we're going to bulk organize. We're going to choose it all. We're going to bulk enhance it up to level 8. And kind of check over real quick. Yeah, okay, that's cool. We got some decent results from that. Go here. We're going to look at 8 to 11 stuff. And figure out which ones we want to sell. Not that, not that. I think those 3 can go. And then we're going to go back, bulk organize, bulk enhance. We need to select these 2, I suppose, first. And then bulk enhance up to level 12. It's pretty neat, pretty neat. And then I'm going to actually go to those and possibly, let's see, I don't know, I'm tempted to enhance them all, but I think I'll just enhance those 2. Yeah, do those 2. I have 2 of the Arcanum crystals remaining, so that's convenient. And yeah, let's do it. Only successfully enhanced 1 of those because I ran out of money, I think. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Alright, alright. Well, let's go ahead and see what the problem here is. Bulk enhancement. Well, it can't be enhanced because it's a... Yeah, that's a legendary piece. Wow, okay. I brain sometimes. Alright, cool. That went okay. Let's see here. What are we at in events? Tales of the Smith. Did we get it? Got it. Got it. Alright, guys. Alright. 12,500 got us those 2 rare summon crystals. Very nice. Alright, cool. In that case, let's go check on Borut over here. He has some auto fight chances for us. Let's get that. Alright. And we can now come over to this this faction thing. I'm just gonna do these on auto fight again. I know that I need to, at some point, spend the time to try to get this up in its stage level. There's like 2 more to go and to try to do them. But it seems like every time I get around to this, it's like 1 in the morning like it is now. And so I don't have time to mess with it. Yeah, I see that Lecris says nice. I agree. It was, I wasn't sure I was going to make it through the whole thing, but my system I developed here was, it was successful and got me through. And in fact, I had started, I think, with just over 1 million, I was mentioning earlier, gold. And doing it this way, I was able to keep some pieces and still have 790,000 coins left after all was said and done. So I think it was effective. You know, I know it can be difficult to get rid of some things and you're going, oh, well, it has all of these stats that I want and they could be good and I want to enhance them and find out if they are good. But realistically, like, if you're going to try to get through the Tales of the Smith and you don't have very much money to start with, I don't think that there's really a better way to do that. I think that this system was effective, and I did end up with some gear pieces that were good, and that I kept, and I also was able to get all of that stuff from the organ, which, as you can see, is some really good rewards along the way there. So very much worth it. Recommended strategy. All right. That should be done here in a minute. We'll go ahead and check the mine and grab everything in there. 2,150 gold, 1,100 potions, 7 stamina, and 3 mithril there. So doing that. And you know what? That's another thing I can do. Let's get this. We got 17 shelter insignia 2s, 300 potions. And then we can go start this other auto battle with the whatever this faction trial. Yeah, there we go, stage 6. and auto fight that. And by the way, for those who don't know, if you only do one auto fight, then it doesn't use your auto fight chance. If you read on the thing, let me see here, go here, and it doesn't matter what kind of auto fight it is, but if you go to it and you click auto fight, it'll show you down here. It won't show you right now because mine is like background fight is already in progress. But down below where it says cancel and start, below that it says single auto fight does not deduct chances. So if you are out of your auto battles, or if you are low on them and you don't want to use them, you can still do an auto fight in the background one at a time by as long as you're only doing one, you can do it. So information for the future. All right, we got 660 XP potions and 16 Might Insignia 2s there. Let's go see if, yes, we do have something we can use them for, it looks like. We can upgrade Dragon's Might, which is going to give us 6.5% more crit damage. Now let's see. We would need another 11 to be able to get another level. And we have 2. That is insufficient. Let me just tell you. Insufficient. We could do these things, but I don't really care currently about the demon soldiers at all, because I haven't done anything with them. So until I have a great deal of care for that, I'm going to just leave that as is. I think we can go over to storage, and we can go to artifacts and go to forge, see if we have anything there. Now it doesn't look like we are able to make anything there right now. Now I have some things I might be able to enhance, perhaps. I think we would go to the workshop for that. What is this? Class limited to mages. Oh yeah, right. I got some fancy stuff earlier and I forgot to put them on anybody. Like Rusk says, seems like a glitch. No, it's not. It's not a glitch. Alright. Damage received is increased by 20%, while AoE damage is increased by 25%. A mage. A mage who will take more damage but increase the AoE. Let's go have a look. What kind of mage would I want to do that to? Yeah? What about, we could do Morgan. So far, I've been struggling with Morgan. She is, I don't know, I haven't been able to eke out the damage out from her that I want to. I could possibly put that on greed, but I haven't gotten greed up yet. I haven't gotten Morgan up yet either high enough to I guess reach her potential or even approach really her potential. Same for both of them. Morgan and Greed are both a little bit low on their not attributes exactly, but partially the attributes and partially just everything, the promotion, the unlocks, all the different unlocks and the awakenings and all that business. Like, I don't think he does have an awakening with him, but she doesn't. And anyway, I don't know, I accidentally went all the way out because that's easy for me to do. I'm like that sometimes, but regardless, could put that on her, or I could put it on Phelan. I don't know. Let's I suppose I could try her. You know, it's interesting. I supposedly have these organized by level. And it's not the case. But I think, you know, it shows you first your favorites, and then it shows you everybody else. So there is that point to be made, I suppose. And then, of course, there's Anaya over there. But Anaya is a single target. So she's not super helpful in this regard either. There's also Mari, but that's not great. I think I'll just put it on. Let's stick it on Morgan. And also, oh yes, I forgot for a moment what it was that artifact did. But let's unequip this, and then let's put. What would happen if I quick equip? Ooh. So it puts the very one that I was planning to put on her. Cool. Alright. That's effective. We got a forage here. That's not what I want to go to. This is all still confusing for me, honestly. I want to... enhance. Yes, enhance it. Maybe I want to enhance it. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, sure, right? Why not? It would bring her HP and attack up. I think that seems like a good plan. I don't know if it's a great plan. Like I said, she's not really my top person at the moment. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe instead I'll go, not instead because I've already started, but maybe I should check out some of these other guys' artifacts. I know that I have his pretty much ready to go. On her, I have attack increases by 5%, rage regen increases by 25%, and that's level 1. Why don't I go ahead and... Oh, well, that's why. So I have to promote it. I can't promote it. How about him? What do we have here? Augment what he has. So I already did work on his thing. Alright, this increases crit rate by 5%. That's okay. I feel like maybe I don't want to put too much into some of these things. Damage received just increased by 20%. I don't know. Not sure how I feel about it. Trying to think who I want to put this stuff on. You know, I've got some mithril built up. Feels like I could do something more worthwhile with it. But maybe not. Maybe I'm not at that point in my life yet. We did do Dao Chan. Let's see Laurel. What does she have on? Increases crit rate by 5%. That's not that impressive. I think the problem is that I have mostly epic artifacts right now. So maybe I don't want to mess with any of that. I did get all the Tales of Smith that I wanted. So what would I want to do in these regards other than that right now? The Brave Conquest is good, and we have a day left on it. I've almost gotten enough to get this 8600 for the 2 rare summoning crystals. And furthermore, I could go raid some do some artifact raids, because I feel like probably that's one thing I need to definitely include on my guys: the swords and the breastplates, and also the artifacts. Now I've heard that the artifacts raids have a better return for the Brave Conquest than the gear does, and so I had intended earlier and then forgot about switching to do those after I finished Tales of the Smith. So maybe that's what I do. Let's come over here to the artifact material raids. Looks like I'm on stage 14 of that as far as auto fights are concerned. And I have enough that I could do one right now. And then that would be running in the background. Yeah, while I go do the dragon. Yes, this seems like a good plan. Let's go over to heroes and just check on what they would give me as far as gear recommendations. If they would recommend anything. However, you know what? It just occurs to me, too, that I should come unequip all these Lobi characters um, that I just had equipped for one reason or another because I was doing things with them. So that seems like a good idea. And I don't know which ones of them I actually have equipped and which ones I don't. And I wonder why I have. Oh, you know what? I may have been using him for something. I may have just been using him for healing. I'm really not sure. Let's go ahead and run through. Don't think I need these folks to have anything on them, anything right now. And always throw stuff on them again later. I think it may have actually been a faction raid that I had them equipped for. I'm not sure. There is an unequip all button that you can use, and it's very convenient. But I don't necessarily want to unequip everyone right now. I don't really know when it's moving them because they're not in order of. They shouldn't be in order of BP right now. They should just be in order of their level. But apparently, this is how we're doing it. I should be making note of who's next in line, but I don't know the names of these guys, so it makes it difficult. Found their position. Alright, so that should be all of them. And what I'm basically working on doing at the moment is just trying to, well, that was silly. I'm just trying to get all the equipment off so that I can see what I have. So many level 1s over here who equip this stuff. Of course, I was also working on being careful not to sell the stuff that I would use later. And so some of it I probably just threw on to someone as a safe place to store it so that I wouldn't accidentally sell it later on. I think that's probably going to be pretty well everything at this point. So, just kind of making sure with the blues. The only one that may, I don't think I would have equipped any other level 1s. If they weren't purple, seems unlikely that I would have thrown anything onto them. Or at least, at least up to purple, I should say. Alright, there we go. That all seems fine and well. Just lovely. Okay, now. It thinks I might want whatever this thing is. Trouble is, what I really want is for it to show me what the thing they're suggesting is, and like a side-by-side comparison. That would be awesome. What would I lose? I would lose defense. That's no big deal. I would lose a good bit of critical damage. I would gain a lot of crit rate though, so this is a good trade. Would lose healing effect. Well, that's fine. Rage regen would go up. This actually is a good trade. Whatever it is, I like it. Let's do it. All right. This would increase HP, defense, and attack at the expense of 18 healing effect. Well, okay, attack would go up by 362. And I don't know what the conversion rate is because the numbers that, the formulas that they use are very unclear. So I'm not sure if healing effect, how much more that ends up being per point than the attack speed because she is an attack-based healer, as far as I'm aware. Let's go for it. Why not? Let's give it a go. Alright, with this, it would increase his attack, increase his defense, increase its crit rate, which he needs, and decrease his critical damage. I mean, that all seems good, really. His critical damage is obviously would be bad to go down, but crit rate going up means he would get it more often, and it's a pretty good trade. I like it. Alright. So I like the changes so far that they've recommended. For Wrath, his hit points would go down, his attack speed would go down, that could be a problem. His crit rate would go down, but that's fine because he's over right now. He does not need that much crit rate. Critical damage would go up, his healing effect would go up. I dislike his attack speed going down because his healing is based on his attacks, right? So like the more he hits, the more he heals, kind of thing. And so his attack speed going down is bad, but his healing effect would go up. Okay, let's try it. I don't like it. I can always switch back. Alright, so for Xena, her defense would go down, which doesn't, it should be fine. Her crit rate would go down, her HP and attack would go up, and her attack speed would go up 1. It's negligible there. But the attack going up is significant. I don't really like the crit rate going down. I like the attack going up. I don't think that I'll do that right yet. Maybe later. Morgan, they've got her HP would go up, her attack speed would go up, and her healing effect would go up. That's not great. At the expense of attack, defense, crit rate, crit damage, and rage regen. No, I don't think so. Alright, let's try it again. I don't want to check him next because I'm not ready to use him. Even though he's next in line, I'm just not ready to use him yet. So let's try. I don't really want to do Marty either. Let's go ahead on with each roll. See what they have here. So they've got attack rate going up, HP going up, at the expense of defense, which I don't care about, and 1 crit rate. And in fact, crit rate is already over, so that's a great trade. Alright. We've got Hollow over here. Let's see what they have to say about this. Nothing. Hey, how's about Baron? HP and attack would go down, defense and critical damage would go up. I don't know that I want to deal with that right now. Let's check Laurel because she's important to our success with the guild bosses. So, alright, let's see here. We've got HP would go down, not too interested in that, don't care one way or another. Attack, defense, attack speed, crit rate would all go up. Should lose a little bit of critical damage or healing effect would go down for what that's worth. Rage regen would go up. And okay, all right. I mean, that seems good. Let's do it. All right, well, how about aim? There's another one. Uh-oh, looks like the computer must be unhappy. I guess it might have overheated. Not sure. It doesn't feel hot. It feels okay. Oh, there we go. It came back. All right, how interesting. I suppose I'm going to restart this game real fast because maybe that will fix whatever just happened.